How do we find our GPS when it comes to not overindulging with an array of options and frequency of these social events?
Okay, so my guidance that I give to my clients, and I mean, I get asked this so many times, so it might even just be friends that are asking. But typically, what I say is you need a meal structure. So, what's not good is if you wake up in the morning and you grab a coffee and then you decide, like, wait until you're really hungry when you're going to think about something to eat, and then all of a sudden, 2 o'clock in the afternoon comes, you haven't had anything to eat except coffee, and then obviously it's a huge big meal, but then you're going out that night, and as you say, like, the options are endless or perhaps not great, but you haven't eaten since 2, and then you also reminded yourself you didn't really have breakfast, so you actually can choose whatever you want, and then you go wild on the buffet, and then maybe wild on the drinks, and it's okay, so now you've put one bad decision on top of another, on top of another, on top of another. So start the day with a good habit. So it might be getting up and doing an exercise session, or getting up and having a decent breakfast, or packing your lunch, if you take your lunch to work or whatever. But you've got to have a plan. And if that meal is suitable in that it's got protein, it's got fiber, it's got like maybe some salad or veggies that give you volume, that keep you full, then that's going to last, or kind of give you a bit, like, it's going to be more temperate in terms of your energy levels or your appetite levels, so that when you do find yourself in a situation where you've just got all these decisions to make in terms of what you drink, what you eat, how much, when, why, with who, you've at least got a little bit more, like, you've got a bit more rational thinking going. It's not like your sugar levels are in your boots and your energy levels are in your boots, and And then I always say, like, at a function, try not to just dive into the snacks, because once you have one, you're gonna just want them all. And snacks are like, they tend to be high in salt or high in sugar or high in fat, or a combination. So for example, chips are high in salt and high in fat. And that's so Moorish. It triggers this pleasure center in your brain that says, I want more of that. I want more of that. And that's why when you have a chip, open a packet of chips and have a chip, you want to finish the bag of chips. Or if you open a bag of chuckles and you have a chuckle, you want to finish it. And so don't start there, because you're going to want to snack on everything, then have your main, then have your drinks, then have your dessert. So I always say, like, hold off on the snacks. Then at least you've got a bit more leeway or options with what you choose for your main meal. And then when it comes to the main meal, always make sure half your plate is salad or vegetables.